At Volvo Cars, everything we do starts with people. So our mission to make people's lives easier, safer, and better is something that comes naturally to us. It's the Volvo way. Let me ask you something. Why do we like Volvos? Maybe you grew up in one, learned in one, or survived in one. Volvo has long been about bringing people together and keeping them safe. And what's better than being alive? Having fun. This past year has been a journey, and in the spirit of the company and my own personal values, I'm looking to give back to a community that helped me in a year of huge uncertainty and life changes. This car, Ivy, she had a rough start, but the community support that flooded in really put that light at the end of the tunnel. You should feel proud of yourself. Yes, you, watching this video right now, you're the reason this channel exists. You're the reason this project is finished. You're the reason I'm no longer chained to a job that was killing me. I'm independent because of you. Going solo does have its challenges. The universe doesn't really time its events to our schedule. And my XC90 transmission failure meant that I had to make the tough choice between two cars. I made the hard decision to sell Beluga, the little blue whale, to save the XC90. Whether it's this car problem or that, I've proven to myself that I can be a motivated person and can channel setbacks into positive actions and momentum. With just 2 weeks to go until I make the biggest cross-country road trip that I've ever embarked on in my life, let's keep that momentum going. Let's make it even bigger than just me or Ivy or even this road trip. Let's also give back to a community that has my back. Today, I'm excited to launch a fundraiser through GoFundMe, not only to support this trip, but more importantly, to donate to a nonprofit organization that has been working tirelessly and selflessly to get more people into Volvo for life. I attended my first SLORolling annual festival in 2017 with my green 67 Amazon, Arthur, and instantly the folks at SLORolling opened their doors to me. Quite literally, I crashed on couches and I made many new friends. And in the years since, I've become better acquainted with the organization and its programs. SLORolling is not just another classic car club. It's so much more than that. Their core motto is, "Let's keep 'em rolling." And they've been doing just that with their programs like the Parts Shed, which helps those in need with getting or affording parts almost entirely through donations. The Kickstart program, which puts the youth behind the wheel of older Volvos, and they also have a scholarship program to put a kid through automotive training school at Cuesta College. In the years that have passed, I've seen how these programs are a testimony to this group's commitment to passing on the torch to the next generation of gearheads while enjoying the road and the outdoors together in many events that I've participated. I'd love nothing more than to see a kid get the training and education to keep these old Volvos going for the generations that follow. And together, we can see to it that they get that opportunity. Our fundraising goal is $6,000. Half of that goes to the trip expenses, and the other half goes directly to SLORolling nonprofit. And while I wish I could say that I came up with this idea all on my own, it actually came from one of you, a viewer turned friend. I think I'll let Vanessa explain more about that now.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Runlet. I'm from Cranston, Rhode Island, just in case there ever needs to be a search party for me. I'm just an average Joe and a Volvo novice. Over the winter, I was in the market for a new car because I had bought a Lemon a couple years ago. Up until very recently, I taught art at a nearby community nonprofit art center. 7 weeks ago today, I quit my job. A couple weeks before that, our friend David had reached out to me and told me that he was going to be doing a road trip and he was going to be on the East Coast. He started talking about this trip, his goals, all of that great stuff, and kind of found that we're in similar positions in life, you know, both at a crossroads, no pun intended, and ready to start the next chapter, but kind of, you know, we worked really, really hard for a really long time, and the universe has just cleared space for this road trip, I happen to be all of the things that kind of caused me a lot of angst and existential dread the past year have ended up really working out in my favor, and put me in the position to be able to embark on this road trip. I used to work with adults with developmental disabilities. One of the things, my main takeaways from years of working in that capacity is that life is just better when you're giving back. So I was doing the car hunt this winter, and because I had bought that lemon, doing research, Facebook Marketplace, what cars are best for, you know, a reliable used vehicle, it reminded me that I have always wanted a Volvo. 10 years ago, a mentor of mine suggested I buy a Volvo. Have you ever thought of a Volvo 240? I had not. Thinking about Volvos, I start doing research, I pivot a little bit, I'm like, I want an older car because I've been putting money into car payments forever, and I'd really like to channel my money into maintaining like a classic that is rudimentary enough where even I could potentially learn how to repair it. I really like the idea of living a more sustainable life, and I started looking at Volvo channels, and I found David's channel. And I think the first video I found was the how to buy a 240 video, because that's what I was looking for. And I also wanted a wagon. And I reached out to David via Instagram, sent him the listing and asked for his opinion. And to my surprise, he actually answered me. I didn't expect that. So he got back to me, gave me his opinion on it, and then he directed me to, I guess, a colleague of his on the East Coast who happened to be selling a 240 wagon. So I started, just by my research and shopping around, learning that Volvo people are really like my kind of people. So it started off with wanting a car to be more self-sufficient, and then I realized that it's the community that keeps these cars alive, and I just find that a really beautiful thing. The involvement of patrons on David's channel, so you guys out there who have been, you know, cheering him on and helping financially support the project. If there's ever any opportunity or anything can be turned into an opportunity to give back and pay forward, then you should do it. And this road trip wouldn't be happening, this video wouldn't be happening, this drawing that I'm doing wouldn't be happening if you didn't all think the same way and wanted to help David out and really keep these cars on the road. So I'm going to share my progress on this drawing. I am doing this in a real cheat sort of way. Hey, it's the thought that counts, right?
So we know how the money will benefit SLORolling's programs, but how will it directly benefit the road trip? We're not going to be living outside of our means with this. We have a budget that is set up for food, fuel, and the occasional mechanical happenstance, which should not happen. And we have friends along the way, thankfully, and camping equipment for the places where we don't. August 21st, that is our departure date. 2 people will journey across the country from Los Angeles, zigzagging their way to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania for the Volvo Club of America's 2021 National Meet. That is also the weekend of Labor Day, and that is where I'll be presenting the check for the funds raised here to SLORolling. Look forward to seeing videos from the road trip, from the ups and downs of the travels, taking a 60s car across the country, as well as the friends that we will see and the new friends we will make, including the abundance of Volvo cars that are going to be gathered in the historic town of Gettysburg. More money raised means more of an impact that we will make on the community of the people as well as the passengers inside of Ivy. That is the green 1969 Volvo 164 that we restored together. From the bottom of my green heart and the last 7 months of your support on this project, thank you. And remember, let's keep them rolling.